Hello and welcome to another edition of Tuesdays with Liz, a disability policy for all. Today we have the great fortune to talk to Susan Kermon, who is a LINS participant in the North Carolina program. Thank you, Susan, for coming in and talking to us today.
Oh, thank you for asking me. I'm very glad to be here.
The first question I wanted to ask you is, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I was diagnosed as having autism spectrum disorder just 4 years ago when I was 45. So I guess I'm a relative newcomer to the policy aspect of this. It had been sort of the culmination of a lifelong search of trying to figure out what the problem was, for lack of a better word. And I ended up at the Teach branch in Greensboro, North Carolina, where I was diagnosed, and that began a search on my end to learn all that I could, to research, and to really understand what we were talking about and how I might fit in. I can.
No, I think that's perfect.
A good introduction.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. This is a video that will go to the whole network as well as other people around the country. So what would you recommend for other centers, other places who might be interested in including self-advocates in their LINS program?
Oh, I would, without question, recommend it. I think it has enriched our LIN program in a way that's unprecedented. That sounds sort of, well, I don't, anyway. As I said, I've now had 2 years experience, sort of from different angles of being a part of the LIN program with 2 different groups. The response that I have received personally and from what I've heard from the data that we have collected, the difference that having the self-advocate voice as a part of the LIN program is huge. Just the other day, we had our last day of class, and some of the responses that the LIN trainees from different disciplines that are going to be working with children and families with disabilities, to hear them talk about the difference that this program had made in terms of their being able to listen to the input of other disciplines, to be able to explain their discipline, and also to realize the impact of seeing the people that they work with as individuals rather than clients or cases. And a lot of that they gave credit to the self-advocate voice. One person in particular, I'm paraphrasing what she said, but it taught her that really her job was her place was not to have the family cater to her, but for her to cater to the family's needs. And so I think things like this are so vitally important to what the LIN program's goals and aims are at strengthening help within the community, and having that self-advocate voice and perspective is equally as valid as any other discipline, and it has been received as so.
Great, and that's what we would like to have, and that's very exciting. The last, before we sign off, I would like to ask you if there's any other questions that I missed, or anything that you would like to share with the audience.
Well, now I wish I had thought of something good to say. Just that it's just so important. I think everyone is a blanket statement, but one thing that I've said in the past, and I'll say it again here, is that while I think autism awareness has become mainstream, most people have heard of it now, most people are aware of autism, but understanding has not. And I think that is where we have to focus our efforts now, is more in understanding and inclusion rather than beyond simple awareness.
And that's a perfect way to end the interview, because this month is Autism Awareness Month, so it's a perfect way to end. Thank you, and if you have any questions about this week's edition of Tuesdays with a disability policy for all, please leave your comment in the space below. If you have any questions or would like more information about this or any other policy issues, please go to the AUCG webpage and look for this week's In Brief. Thank you, and I look forward to talking to you next week. Thank you, Susan, again, for talking with us. Bye.
Oh, thank you. It's like, oh, now I want to do it again.